I have some crazy updates for you on that shooting at the Walmart in Clarksville, Tennessee. So it appears that it's a little more than just an argument between a man and that 19-year-old who was armed. So it appears that that 19-year-old actually held a gun to a woman's head and threatened children, and that's what led to what is undeniably self-defense. So let's read further down. If you want to hear more about that case, just go back and watch that video from the other day. According to the arrest warrant obtained by Clarksville Now, officers observed the security footage and showed an argument between Gibson and a couple. Gibson pulled out a gun and placed it on the head of the woman, cutting her eye in the process. Gibson made threats to kill her and their two children, who were aged 4 and 2. Just ridiculous. Like, what argument could you be having on Christmas Eve in the middle of a grocery store that would cause you to want to pull out a gun and threaten children? And, a whole family for that matter. He then began waving the firearm around. The man, the father, then retrieved his own gun and fired several rounds at Gibson. So this was that case where he ended up actually driving himself to the hospital. The police came, cleared out the Walmart. But it's undeniable that this is self-defense. I mean, he literally threatened the family, put the gun on the woman's head, which ended up cutting her eye. Which, thankfully, that's the only injury that was sustained by the family. But undeniable that this is a self-defense case. So the man retrieved his gun and fired several rounds at Gibson. So that's where that's left out. And then, so there's no charges being levied against the man at this point. They've called it self-defense. Of course, it's being fully adjudicated and everything like that, but the police don't think that they're going to press any charges. So, and it has been found that Gibson was the aggressor, and he has actually been charged with 4 cases of aggravated assault. But here is a humorous twist to that little case. This isn't the first time that Gibson has been a suspect of a high-profile crime. In July of 22, when he was 17, he and other juveniles escaped from the Department of Child Services transport van and jacked a vehicle outside of Waffle House. I mean, it's just so Tennessee, doing it outside of a Waffle House on Riverside Drive, according to police. So this is not the first time that he's, of course, that other particular case, much more mild than holding a gun to a woman's head. Arguably not necessarily something that would end in a shooting, theoretically. Of course, he's stealing somebody's property. So who knows how that person may have responded at a Waffle House. But it's just kind of crazy that this man, he felt so heated over some argument between him and this guy, or him and the family, that he felt he needed to pull out a gun and put it to a woman's head, and then threaten a 4-year-old and a 2-year-old. Like, what could have happened that required him to feel that was needed? Now, the father here, acting quick and being very precise with his shots. The only person that he seemed to hit was Gibson. So, and they weren't life-threatening. So he ended up getting taken care of. He's perfectly fine. He was, of course, he's being treated and everything, but he's going to be charged and taken away. But this man, he retrieved his own firearm in good time, didn't hit his children or his wife, who were in very close proximity to this man who's waving a gun around, arguing and yelling. Kept a level head and placed good rounds, at least 3, possibly more, on target, it seems. So, good on him. Congratulations that at least the police seem to be seeing it from his point of view, that it was plausible or justified self-defense. Hopefully courts are swift and move out and don't press him with any charges, and then take care of this 19-year-old and get him charged with his 4 cases of aggravated assault. Thank you for taking your time to watch this. Get down in those comments and let me know what you thought on this. Clearly it's a self-defense, but like, what are your thoughts? Like, what do you do when you're walking through a Walmart, because at all times we need to be prepared and vigilant for things that can happen like this. But like, this is a Walmart on Christmas Eve. It's not necessarily something that you think is going to be happening. Let me know what you thought of this father's quick decisions and actions, and what you see and do to prepare yourself in similar events. If you found value in this video, if you could like that button for me, hit subscribe if you want more news related to the Second Amendment and self-defense news. My name's Steven with Armed Culture, and I'll talk to you soon.